develop a resilience that allows them to remain focused and undeterred in their pursuits. Their ability to concentrate and their unwavering commitment drive them to excel, even when faced with challenges that seem insurmountable. Now, it is your turn to tap into that same source of strength and determination. By adopting the habits of successful people, you too can cultivate a life that not only meets but exceeds your expectations. The journey begins with understanding that every small action contributes to larger outcomes. Whether it's waking up early to have a few moments of quiet reflection or staying up late to finish a project, these disciplined practices are pivotal. By integrating these habits into your daily routine, you will start to see significant improvements in both your personal and professional life. This is not about drastic changes overnight, but about progressive and consistent efforts that accumulate over time. The keys to unlocking your full potential lie within your daily habits. Start by setting clear and achievable goals. Prioritize tasks that align with these goals and commit to completing them. Cultivate a mindset of resilience, allowing yourself to bounce back from setbacks stronger and more focused than before. Embrace the process of continuous learning and self-improvement. Seek feedback, learn from others, and always strive to enhance your skills. By being proactive about growth and willing to step outside your comfort zone, you prepare yourself for success. As you move forward, remember that the path to personal excellence is not linear. There will be ups and downs, successes and failures. What matters is your response to these experiences. Choose to see failures as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. In conclusion, let this journey of self-discovery not just be about achieving external success, but also about fostering internal growth. Develop a deep sense of self-awareness, nurture your passions, and build relationships that support and enrich your life. This holistic approach will ensure that the changes you make are sustainable and deeply fulfilling. Prepare yourself to embrace change, ignite your inner passion, and boldly step into the best version of your life. It is within your reach to create a life of passion, meaning, and happiness. All it takes is the right mindset, the right habits, and the courage to pursue them relentlessly. Let this be the moment you decide to make that change. Here's a revised version of the text. Are you ready to discover the one strategy you must consistently apply in your daily life to achieve excellence across all areas and live the life of your dreams? Let's dive in. One simple yet effective way to boost productivity is by tackling your most critical task first thing in the morning, when distractions are minimal. Reward yourself after completing it by checking your email. This approach makes you feel accomplished and keeps you focused at work. It's tempting to check emails frequently due to enticing subject lines and urgent claims. However, it's crucial to resist this temptation. Delete irrelevant emails and manage your time effectively. Dedication to what truly matters is paramount. Albert Howard, one of the most significant American thinkers of the 20th century, once said that self-discipline is the key to success. He defined self-discipline as the ability to do what is necessary, when it needs to be done, even if you don't feel like it. Enhancing your self-discipline means building persistence, which boosts your self-confidence, a sense of control that contributes to genuine happiness. Committing to a task requires discipline to start and persistence to keep going. Completing it brings a profound sense of achievement. To make this a habit, you must repeat the action, receive positive feedback, and continue practicing until it becomes second nature. Aristotle believed that we are creatures of habit. The habits you form from childhood shape who you become. Therefore, nurturing good habits is essential. As motivational speaker Ed Fan often says, embrace good habits and let them guide your life, rather than allowing bad habits to undermine your personality. Work is one of these essential habits. Initially, school serves as our primary playground, where we engage and play with classmates. As we grow, our games evolve, yet the foundational principle remains. We complete assignments to continue enjoying our social environment. This framework extends into the workplace. Although starting a new job can be daunting, it's important to view your office as a modern playground where tasks must be completed to ensure you continue to belong and succeed. From day one at work, focus intensely on your responsibilities. If colleagues attempt to distract you, respond assertively but politely, explaining that you can chat after work hours. Over time, your dedication to your work will become known and interruptions will decrease. This work ethic is crucial. Prioritize tasks by their impact on your career and your organization. Tackle the most impactful task first and see it through to completion. Finishing tasks not only reduces stress but also enhances self-esteem, recognition, and opportunities for advancement. Consider task completion a personal challenge. Completing it makes you a winner. This mindset not only boosts your self-confidence but also earns you respect and admiration from others, opening doors to further career advancement. Years ago, when tasked with an urgent project, I worked tirelessly over a weekend to meet an unexpected deadline. My effort not only secured a substantial loan for my company but also significantly advanced my career. I moved from small tasks to managing divisions, from financial struggles to substantial earnings. This is your roadmap to success. Dedicate yourself to completing tasks efficiently and excellently. This commitment will set you apart as a reliable, high-performing individual, indispensable to any organization. Here's your revised text with adjustments for clarity and grammar. Productivity, high income, and opportunities. Keys to personal fulfillment. Productivity, high income, and seizing opportunities are crucial to feeling wonderful about yourself and earning respect from everyone around you. Approach your job with vigor. Perform tasks quickly and well, and dedicate your time and effort tirelessly. Strive to build a reputation as someone who completes tasks swiftly and efficiently. Consider how solid your current reputation is. If it significantly differs from your colleagues in that people trust you to perform tasks optimally and swiftly, reflect on this. After all, your future is largely determined by what others say about you and your performance when you're not present. Let me revisit a pivotal question from my early 20s. What sets successful people apart? This question leads us to another. What does success really mean? Is it merely about amassing great fortunes? No, true success involves living life according to our desires. It's about engaging in work we're passionate about, surrounding ourselves with people we respect, and, fundamentally, embracing freedom, the greatest joy of existence. To truly be free, to be oneself, pursue one's desires, and consider various job opportunities, is to achieve happiness. Being a productive individual who consistently starts and completes tasks contributes to this. It boosts your energy, self-understanding, and self-appreciation. Moreover, it drives you to arrive at work early, perform excellently, and even stay late. This commitment to learning and improvement will fulfill the needs of those who trust and admire you, making your main goal to complete tasks faster. When describing yourself, speak of qualities you wish to embody, as your words and actions shape your reality. Avoid negative self-descriptions like being late, messy, or forgetful. Instead, envision yourself as the person you aspire to be. Working diligently and focusing on tasks does not strip away spontaneity or authenticity. In fact, it enhances your happiness and self-satisfaction, fulfilling you with each completed task. I encourage you to set goals and create plans to achieve them, working until these actions become second nature. This approach makes reaching goals an instinctive act and facilitates authentic interactions with others. One technique to form good habits is to affirm a positive trait in the present tense. For example, I am always on time, I work diligently all day, and I complete all my tasks. Write this statement 10 times daily until it becomes ingrained behavior. If you falter, the resultant stress will motivate you to realign with your goals. Once a habit is established, it frees up time for new pursuits, allowing you to develop additional beneficial habits. Remember, demonstrating to the world that you reliably complete tasks is crucial. Do not hesitate to perform tasks quickly and exceptionally. Avoid complaints or excuses about being overwhelmed or too busy. Throughout my youth, when resources were scarce, I learned the value of these principles. Success provided the key that opened new doors. I seized opportunities to establish myself as a skilled and efficient worker, transforming my life. As we conclude, remember that continuous, small adjustments are more impactful than sporadic, major changes. Embrace the path of self-improvement, celebrate your progress, and view obstacles as opportunities for growth. You possess limitless potential to craft the life you desire. Take action now, and enjoy the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Your ability to develop and use your inborn creativity will determine your success in life as much or more than any other single factor. Each time you focus your mind on solving a problem and come up with an idea or an insight, you actually experience a positive feeling of excitement, energy, and joy. Using your creativity systematically gives you a greater sense of control over your life, boosts your self-esteem, and moves you ahead toward achieving your goals. Creativity is vital to your success. We've all heard the statistic that the average person uses less than 10% of his or her mental capacity. Well, recent research at Stanford University suggests it is closer to 2%, surely not more than 5%. It means that compared to what you could be, you are only enjoying a small part of your existing potential. Children tested between the ages of 2 and 4 test out at 95% highly creative. When the same children are tested later at age 7, only 4% of them are still highly creative. Between the ages of 4 and 7, children who are naturally curious, and by the way, curiosity is a hallmark of creativity, are told over and over to stop asking so many questions. The innate curiosity and creativity are stifled, and the child begins to conform in order to be free of criticism and the feelings of guilt and inferiority caused by criticism. As adults, most people resist change, fear new things, avoid asking questions, and stick rigidly to established ways. The two major obstacles to creative thinking are first, homeostasis, which means clinging to the status quo or trying to continue acting and thinking in habitual ways. And the second is psychosclerosis, which is a hardening of the attitudes evidenced in rigidness of thinking and a refusal to consider alternatives. You can tell how open and flexible your thinking is by seeing how easily you can make 3 statements or admissions. How easily can you say, "I was wrong. I made a mistake," especially to your children, to your spouse, and to your subordinates? How easily can you say, "I changed my mind. I thought it over and I've changed my mind"? And how easily can you say, "I don't know," or "I don't know, but I'll find out"? And you can improve by practicing these 3 statements. Say them over and over until they flow naturally out of you. However, Einstein said, "Every child is born a genius." You were born a genius. And the wonderful thing about your genius is that you still have it. Creativity is your natural birthright. It is as much a part of you as your heart and lungs. It doesn't die with lack of use. It simply goes into hibernation, and you can wake it up and activate it in your life whenever you decide to. Today, the very first step to performing like a genius is to accept the fact that deep inside you lies a vast storehouse of wisdom, intelligence, and creativity that you habitually fail to use. Remember, you cannot achieve more just by working longer, harder hours. You must also work smarter. Intelligence is not simply IQ. Intelligence is a way of acting when confronting problems. Many geniuses have ordinary IQs. They are geniuses because they use their minds better than others do. There are basically 3 qualities of genius. First, geniuses have an open, almost childlike mind. They are receptive to many different ways of exploring a problem. They engage in what is called divergent thinking, and they let their minds consider many approaches to a solution. The second quality of genius is the ability to concentrate intensely, single-mindedly, without diversion or distraction, on one thing at a time, bringing all their mental powers to bear on one issue, like a laser beam cutting through steel. The third quality of genius is the ability to approach every problem systematically, using an orderly process to reach sound, well-thought-out conclusions. Let me mention some very important points with regard to creative thinking. The more positive you are, the greater will be the quantity and quality of ideas you come up with. The more you laugh when you're working on a problem, the more likely it is for you to come up with unique ideas and insights. Conversely, tension, stress, anxiety, fear actually shut down large parts of the brain. So try to stay calm, positive, and relaxed when solving a problem. Look for the good in each difficulty you face, or look for something funny in the situation. Confidently expect to find something positive in any adversity or setback, even just a valuable lesson. This exercise really works and will help you to be more creative and more constructive in any situation. Now, here's a systematic method described by Earl Nightingale in his wonderful audio cassette program, Lead the Field. First, write out your most important problem or obstacle in the form of a question at the top of a blank sheet of paper. For example, your goal may be to earn $30,000 per year. The question would be, what can I do to earn $30,000 per year? Write out 20 answers to your question and stay at it until you have the full 20 answers. Often, answer number 20 will be worth more than all the other 19 answers put together. Then, select one of your answers or solutions and implement it immediately. You can implement as many as you have time for, but be sure to go to work on at least one. This simple exercise will give you clarity, focus, and energy, and more people have become wealthy using this 20-idea method. What I call mindstorming than by any other single method of creative thinking. Unlocking your amazing mind to achieve goals or solve problems always begins with clarity and decisiveness. The more clear you are about what you want, the more rapidly your mind will go to work to bring it to you. Another simple mindstorming exercise you can use is to first write out a clear answer to the question, what am I trying to achieve, avoid, or preserve? Be as specific as possible. Then, quickly write down every detail of the problem. Often, the exact answer you're looking for will emerge as you write. When a problem or obstacle is more complex or not amenable to a quick solution, here is a powerful systematic method you can use alone or in conjunction with others. It has 9 simple steps. Step 1. Approach the problem as though there were a simple, logical solution just waiting to be uncovered. This attitude of confident expectation keeps the mind positive and enhances creativity. Step 2. Use positive language. The language that you choose affects the way that you think and how clearly you think about any issue. Instead of the word problem, which is a negative word, use the word situation, which is a neutral word, or better yet, use challenge, which is a positive word, or even better, opportunity. Step 3. Ask, what exactly is the situation? In writing, as they say in medicine, accurate diagnosis is 50% of the cure. Probably half of the problems or situations that you wrestle with in the course of the day can be defined if you'll simply define them accurately. Step 4. Ask, what are all the possible reasons or causes for this situation? This is an extremely important step because if you do not remove the causes, you may solve the particular situation, but you will leave the causes in place, and the situation will repeat itself. And wherever you see a situation that occurs over and over again, what it means is that the causative factors have not been dealt with, even though a temporary solution has been implemented. Step 5. Make a decision. Often, any decision is better than no decision. Develop the habit of decisiveness. As soon as you make a decision, you begin to get feedback, which enables you to correct the decision, and gives you more feedback, which enables you to continue to correct. And the very most successful people in every field are decisive. Step 6. Assign specific responsibility. Who exactly is going to carry out the decision? If it's you, accept the responsibility. If it's someone else, make it very clear to them what they're expected to do. Step 7. Set a deadline for completion. This is very important. If you have not set a timeline and made your decision time specific, all you've simply done is had an interesting discussion, but you have not solved the situation or the problem. And finally, step 8. Take action as soon as possible. Get going, get busy, get to work on it. One of the things that we have found over and over again is that the surest way to deal with a major problem is to bring all your energies to bear on it as soon as you possibly can and stay with it nonstop until the problem is resolved. Finally, if you can't solve your problem using the methods we've discussed, here are some focused questions you can pose to stimulate creativity. Here's one of my favorites. What are you trying to do? How are you trying to do it? Remember, if you're pursuing a particular course of action and you have nothing but problems along that course of action, it may indicate that the course of action or the plan is incorrect. What are your basic assumptions? Both your conscious and your unconscious assumptions. Could they be wrong? Incorrect assumptions lie at the root of every failure. Whenever you find yourself experiencing frustration in achieving a particular goal, almost invariably, you have made incorrect assumptions. You have to go back in the past, back into the history of the situation, and say, what assumptions have we made here? What if you did exactly the opposite of what you are doing right now? Consider doing exactly the opposite of your current course of action, and then think about doing the opposite of that. Very often, you'll come up with some very creative ways to approach the situation. Be willing to draw a line under everything you're doing today. Imagine starting over with a clear slate, knowing what you now know differently. What would you change? What would you get into or get out of? Most of all, what are you going to do about it? When are you going to do it? Here are 7 points to remember on creativity. As long as there are people's needs unmet and human problems unsolved, there are opportunities for you to innovate and move ahead. All you need to do is be 10% new in any field to start a fortune. Look for ways to improve what is being done by doing it faster, cheaper, better, easier. Improvements of any kind offer great opportunities. Look into yourself for the solutions to the dilemmas that you face every day. Read continually in your field, research, study, take courses, attend trade shows. Sure, it's time-consuming and hard work. That's why failures never do it. To increase your income, look continually for new ways to give people what they want. Look at what your competition is doing successfully. Learn from them, copy them if necessary, and then do it better. Cherish your mistakes and learn from your failures. They contain valuable lessons that you will need to be successful. Approach every problem or difficulty as though it were sent to make you smarter and stronger. Finally, learn to trust your intuition. Trust yourself. Remember that you are a genius to the degree to which you accept your genius and act upon it, applying your wonderful mind to the challenges of opportunity that confront it. Your thoughts and feelings about yourself and what you can do or not do are the sum total result of a lifetime of experience and conditioning, and usually have little relationship to what is truly possible for you. In personal development, there is a principle or a law of becoming that simply says that each person is in a continual process of evolving and growing in the direction of their dominant thoughts. Your body is also in a state of becoming, with a normal rate of cell death and replenishment. You essentially have a brand new body every 7 years. Whereas your physical evolution is affected by the food you consume, your mental evolution and becoming are largely determined by the thoughts you feed your mind. The law of concentration says that anything you dwell upon grows in your reality. Thoughts you think about long enough and hard enough eventually become a part of your mental processes, exerting their influence and power on your attitude and behavior. If you constantly think thoughts of boldness, courage, and self-assertion, you become progressively bolder and more self-assured. Similarly, if you dwell on the person you would like to become with the qualities you aspire to have, you implant those deeply into your subconscious mind, where they become part of your ongoing evolution. What you habitually think about eventually becomes a part of your character and personality. You are essentially a self-made individual, shaped by the thoughts you have allowed to preoccupy your mind. However, for most people, thinking the thoughts they would like to think about to become the person they aspire to be is too big a leap. Many continue to think and talk about exactly what they don't want to happen, only to be constantly amazed when exactly what they were hoping to avoid happens to them again and again. One of the most profound discoveries in human history is that thought is creative. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind, like baguettes like. Your thoughts become your realities. You become what you think about most of the time. You cannot harbor one kind of thought and experience a different kind of existence. This law of cause and effect works perfectly everywhere and always for everyone. Developing unshakable self-confidence begins with taking full, complete, systematic, and purposeful control over the contents of your conscious mind. Discipline yourself to think consistently about only the things that you desire and to resolutely keep your mind off the things that you fear. All of life is from the inside out. Your outer world will be a reflection of your inner world. True happiness and success come from living your life in harmony with the laws that govern your being, even though these laws are invisible. Just like the law of gravity, which is also invisible but to be violated only at your own peril. Happy people are those who obey and follow the laws of nature and live their lives consistent with those laws. If you want to enjoy self-confidence on the outside, you must practice complete integrity on the inside. The foundation of self-confidence is living your life consistent with your innermost values and principles, while thinking and acting in harmony with your highest aspirations. Men and women with the most rock-solid self-confidence are those who are absolutely clear about what they believe to be right and good and who live their lives consistent with these values. Your true values are only expressed in your actions. You can tell what you truly believe by observing what you do, especially in situations where you have to make a choice under stress. Your choices of actions tell you unerringly who you really are. This brings us to the little-known mental principle called the law of reversibility, which says that actions consistent with particular values or beliefs actually lead to the thoughts and feelings that would have triggered the actions. The keys to developing unshakable self-confidence are self-control, self-mastery, and self-discipline. Self-confidence can come directly by behaving in a self-confident manner, but it comes more often indirectly by doing and saying the things that lead to self-confidence. And the most important self-development behavior is living consistently with your highest values at every opportunity. Each time you do this, you will feel positive and happy about yourself, and your behaviors will further crystallize in your personality. making you an exceptional human being in the process of becoming.